Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. So basically it's 2025 by the time you guys are watching this. It is actually December 28th for me. But I thought I would go over the apps that all writers and authors need to use in 2025 to help you stick to your goals, write more or edit more, publish more, stick to social media, whatever your goals are as an author. And even some of these are good for readers as well if you're not an author and you're more just like a reader. Basically to help you keep to your goals, especially writers and authors, like we either don't write, we procrastinate, we get distracted. Maybe we write, but we don't edit the books and they never get published. Or maybe we do a mixture of those, but we don't post on social media very much. Or maybe we go inactive. I know I have a bad habit of like writing books and then disappearing from like social media. And then I'll come back a month later and like I haven't replied to messages or emails and it just gets really crazy. I also tend to not edit a lot. And then here lately, I haven't been writing a lot either. And it's just like, it's pretty crazy. So these apps are actually helpful and have helped me this latter half of the year. And I'm definitely going to be utilizing all of these in 2025. So let's get started. Hopefully this all works, but I'm going to do my screen, like film my screen at the same time. So I'm going to do screen recorder. And then we'll talk about the apps. So here I am. Here's the phone. All right. So basically, the first app, I have to refer to my notes here. Give me a second. The first app that has genuinely helped me so much, not just as an author, writer, and reader, but also in my personal life, like self-care and stuff like that, is the Finch app. So this may come off as silly or goofy to some of you guys, and that's fine. But for those of you with like anybody who knows, like if this works, it'll work for you. So the Finch app, I'm just gonna, how satisfied are you with today? I am super happy with it. So essentially, okay, we're gonna ignore that. Okay, so basically the Finch app is this concept where you hatch an egg and you get a little bird. And as you can see, my bird is right there. And I named my bird Star. And basically, you complete goals. As you can see here, I have the goal to read every day, and I did read today, so we're going to do that. I haven't posted on social media. I'm trying to be healthier, so you can see a lot of mine are like the latter half of the year I was taking off in December, so I don't have a lot of like work goals, but you can add a goal yourself and like set it where it repeats every day if you like want to write every day or edit every day, or if it does not repeat, if it's a one-time thing, like you want to post one time on social media or achieve this particular goal, you can set it as like it'll what's the word, it like when it ends on a specific date, you know, that sort of thing. And then as you do that, you get energy, and every day you can send your little bird out to explore these fake little maps and areas, and then it'll take several hours. So when you come back, the bird will be able to chat with you about what they discovered and see, like, I found some tiny umbrellas. They seem too small to protect anyone from the rain though, and they're actually mushrooms. So those are mushrooms. Did you know some types of mushrooms can grow to be as big as a human umbrella? These are mushrooms. Some types are delicious, but other types can be poisonous. So you can choose which response you want to do. I think I'm going to do informing her, and then your bird will like grow and obtain more of a personality the more that you send your bird out to adventure. So my bird Star gained logic, and she likes mushrooms, so we're kind of developing more of her personality, and I've used it so much that she's almost 97 complete exploring the Finchy Forest, so I can move to a new map soon. But it helped me add self-care, and so every week you can do an assessment on your past week, and like it'll ask you like, what do you want to focus more on this week? And like, oh, I was more creative this week and I worked a lot, but I want to focus more on like relaxing, or I want to focus more on sleeping well. And they'll offer you goals as suggestions. And so some of them so they have pre-made goals in here that are like common that you'll do every day, like get up out of bed or brush your teeth or something. And you can do those too. You can change them, you can delete them, you can add your own. And so a lot of times you can add ones that are like pretty typical that you'll always do anyway, just to get you more energy, because you can also go to the shop where you can buy different clothing and different things to put on your little bird. Eventually you will get like you'll also get more stuff to decorate your home with where they stay. You will get different coloring as you grow, like when they're a little baby, and they'll evolve from like a baby to a toddler to a child to a teen to an adult, I think. So I think I'm trying to do an adult, but you'll get other maps. You will get different coloring as they grow older and different things. You'll also get furnishings for your house. And you unlock these things called micro pets, and you can link hatching a micro pet with a goal so that if you do that goal like 7 times, I think, you will hatch your micro pet, and then that micro pet can go with you on adventures, and eventually you'll level that up. And so when your micro pet is completely full, that was my panda, I think, then you can get another one, and it kind of keeps you going. But you don't have to just use it. You can use it for self-care if you're somebody like me that I don't focus on self-care a whole lot. But you can also add your regular work goals, your everyday goals, and your writing, your editing, your reading. Like you can add in like read a chapter of whatever book, or finish whatever book, or, you know, write 1,000 words or write 500 words today. And it's a really fun way of keeping your goals intact and like setting your goals and things like that. So the Finch app, and it's free to download, and you can also invite your friends. You can become friends on there. And so one of the things that I love to do is you can see the bird, like the birds, whatever they're called, from your friends. And like, these are all my family. So you can see their birds, and then you can like choose them. Like this is my mom, for example. And Pickles, her bird, gives you a big hug and a snuggle. Rhonda and I were thinking of you. And then you can send back good vibes. And so you can send them all kinds of different things. So it's nighttime for her, so I'm going to send her back some sweet dreams. And you can do that with your friends and kind of connect with them a little bit more. And then every day you'll get energy in the shop. You could do quests. And so like today I completed a goal. I changed her outfit. I repeated an affirmation 3 times, which I always add God or the Bible into it in some places in my own head as I say them. You can boost your confidence. There's other ones too. Like apparently I met 15 micro pets, and there's other ones that will pop up every day that are randomized. And it's just a wonderful way to keep to your goals, and it's like fun, and it kind of gamifies it in a cute little way that you'll have this little bird that you can just raise and grow up and everything else. So yeah, I've been using it, and it's helped me so much with my self-care, and it's helped me make goals and set them and keep to them. And I've recently discovered that your burb can make journeys, and that's kind of like a big term goal, like for instance editing a book. And I'm still figuring out how to do that mechanic, so I'm not going to show you guys on here, but you can essentially, they are pre-made journeys that they already have all the steps that you have to do to complete your journey, or you can customize your own. I've tried to do both, and basically it's like, you know, edit a story, and then you can do edit chapter 1, edit chapter 2, edit chapter 3, and you can select, like mine is edit a story, and Rebels, like it's a collection. So every time I do that, I'm closer and closer to completing the journey, which is completely editing Rebels, if that makes any sense. So that's the Finch app. That's the first app that has completely changed my life as a writer, author, and reader. So the next one is Fable, and I've talked about Fable before, but yeah, it's like Goodreads, and you can import your Goodreads account and all your information from Goodreads into Fable so that it will pop up everything you've read and reviewed and all that stuff. So every day it'll pop up like this, your reading streak, and your current reads. So you can scroll over like this, and you know, if you're reading multiple things, you can switch between books and like mark your progress. So you can say like, I read today, which I haven't, I have, and it'll tell you, like, you can mark down like what page you're on or what percentage you're at to keep track of your progress. But there are different clubs in there. I haven't gotten involved with that. And then you can explore, and that's when you can search for whatever book you want. You can type in the title and add it when you start a new book or whatever. The library, I haven't done that, but that's like your different lists and stuff that you have. But your profile is what is really cool about the Fable app, where like now it's toward the end of the year, so they're trying to get to do the 2024 reading wrap. So this normally isn't here, this top part here. Normally it'll just have your reader summary at the top, which is like every once in a while it'll change it up based on what you've read, what kind of things you like to read, and it's super funny and hilarious, and it's always usually pretty accurate. Mine says, Heartthrob Protector, with your blend of danger, military heroes, and small town love, I'm almost certain you'd swoon over a shopping mall security guard if I dressed him up in camouflage and gave him a tragic backstory. Yep, that's pretty much it. That is literally me. And so it shows you, you're like, this is the end of the year, but at the time normally, if it's not close to the end of the year, it'll just have your reader summary at the top. That will change. But this is what I really love about Fable, is all the graphs and charts. It's so much more updated than Goodreads, and it literally has more graphs and visuals to actually mark your progress than Goodreads. So you finished 20 books so far this year, and it'll actually show you pictures. It's actually working this time, of the books that you completed in what month. So you can see there, I read 1 book in January, none in February, but you can see March, I was just like reading books like crazy. And then April, didn't read one. I read one in May, skipped another month, read one. August, didn't read any. And then from September, October, November, and December, I have been reading consistently. You can see November was my biggest. I think it's pretty even with March, it looks like. But I read a lot in November too. So you can see, that. So your reading streak, that's how much you read every day. And like this, like you can see, I was reading Bloodguard, and then I read Throne of Glass, and then I'm currently reading Six Scorched Roses. And so you can see how long it took you, it took me that long to read Bloodguard, that long to read. So it's about the same thing, it took me about the same time to read both Bloodguard and Throne of Glass. And it's just in a best reading streak, and then the days read and no reading. So you'll have different things, but you can also go back to past months and actually see your reading streak when you started actually logging it within the app specifically. So it won't log it when you import your Goodreads list, it'll still show which books you've read in your reviews, but your reading streak specifically is on the Fable app. But you can see I started in November, and that's when I really kept my reading streak going. So I've read 64 days in a row as of today. I need to get today's done too. But so also it breaks down your most read genres, and they do cross over. So sometimes like you read a fantasy book, but it was also romance. So it kind of goes in both categories. But for me, I've read 15 books in romance, 9 books in fantasy, 9 young adult, 3 mystery, and 3 thrillers. And it actually makes a graph, and it also shows you on the side there too, specifically. And then your average rating that you have rated books. So for me, the average thing that I rate books is 4.2 stars. You can see I have a lot of 5 stars, and 4.5, 4, and then 3, and then 2. That 2 is the outlier that really threw off my ratings this year. And then the authors, like your most read authors this year. So Jessica Ashley is the most read author because I read 5 of her books this year. Rebecca Yarros, I've read 2, and now Sarah J. Maas, since I finished Throne of Glass, is also 2. So she's tied with Rebecca Yarros. So that's just, I really, really love the Fable app, and honestly, I'm using it so much more than Goodreads. And you also have like other social media here. You can go in settings here, and you can manage your, where is it? Refer friends and manage credit. So for free, you can give your friends this link, which is unique to you, and you will get $5 when they join for free and download the app. And then they will also get $5 credit in the Fable store as well for free. And like, I still have $5 credit. I'm saving it back because they do have some smaller books, but they have bigger books too. So it's fun to save it back. But yeah, you can share that with people. And so it's like a nice little thing, especially if you're like a book reader or whatever. So the Fable app has honestly really been so much fun, to like more incentive to keep up your reading streaks, and like just to see what kind of things you read in your genre, and to just break everything down. And they also do some fun random things, like they made a little bookshelf, and you can customize the bookshelf and show whatever books you want that made this digital picture. And I mean, they do all kinds of stuff. So that was the Fable app, and I will have a link in the description below to my Fable app, little link, so that I'll get $5 off the credit store if you join. And it's completely free, doesn't hurt you at all. But you will also get $5 credit as well. And I've already bought like 2 or 3 ebooks from them that are in their store that you can read like digitally on their store. So yeah, go download the Fable app. It's completely free. Same with the Finch app. So next up is Habitica, and I'm not using this one as much, but it's a great way to gamify your goals. So you can as you can see, I haven't really customized this all that much, but you have a little character, you can make it, your character levels up, and you have health and experience, and other things that you unlock later. And you get little coins, and you level these things up as you do goals. So you like set like your daily habits that you want to make, and whether it's like a positive habit that you're trying to do more often or whether it's a negative one you're trying not to do, and then how hard it is for you to do that, and whether it's daily, weekly, monthly, etc., and then the type of activity it is. You can also set dailies, which I haven't quite done a whole lot with yet, and then your to-do list, which I don't know if these are like long-term goals or if these are like a one-time thing. So again, I haven't really figured out a lot about this app yet. And then the rewards, I don't know if I customized this or if this is just in their system, because I haven't been on here in forever, but you can basically get more on your character. Like you can see it's just a basic character right now because I haven't done much. But if you really want to get on this app and explore it and figure it out for yourself, like it's a really great way to gamify your goals. If you don't want to, like, I've invented my own gamification system, so you'll check that out. I'll have it here as a card. But if you want something that's like pre-made for you, that's just digital, that's just easy for you to just do real quick, then this is a great way to do that. So that's Habitica. So this next one actually really surprised me. So there's multiple different types of this app put out by the same company. So it depends, and I've tried each one of them. For me personally, it depends on which one works for you to help you out. But it's called the Forest app, but they also have another one called Flora, and they have another one called Quest. And it all does the same thing, and they are streaks. They're timers, but different things happen with timers. So the cool thing is with Forest in particular, and Flora has the same mechanic, and then Quest is a little different. But the main part of Forest and why I love this app is that you can click in the middle and you select a tree that you want to grow. So like say I'm going to do lilac again, and you want to plant a lilac tree in your forest. And it's starting. Okay, let me cancel for a second. So you select your tree and then you set a timer, and I paid a few bucks to actually customize the tags so I could say reading and writing and editing and the things that I'm actually doing, because they had like work and school and resting and entertainment and socializing. And so if you have the free thing in the app, it'll just be the tag will be like whatever you're doing will be what they have. You can't change that unless you pay for it. And so I wanted to pay for it. It's like $3 or $4. So I changed mine so that I could say like reading, working, brainstorming, editing, social media. Oof. Okay. Editing, social media, Bible and prayer, writing, resting, entertainment, other. So again, the reading, the editing, and the writing were the 3 tags that I really wanted to focus on in the Bible study and prayer. But anyways, you pick your tree, you pick whatever you're doing, whatever tag you want to use or whatever tag they've made for you. And then you start your timer. You click plant, and basically, I think it's 10 minutes to grow your plant. But after that, it can grow bigger the longer that you're on the app, for a maximum of like 3 hours. And it's like a timer. So if you do a lot of writing sprints, if you do a lot of reading sprints or editing sprints, this is perfect because you can just set your phone down and then you can start. And like, it's just a timer, and you do your sprints, and you can also set it up. I have mine on the stopwatch, but you can do like a timer. You can do the timer or the stopwatch, and then I don't know what else. They have this other one where like you can give yourself like a 5-minute rest, like a break in between each thing. And so it's just a really good system. And then the way that you unlock more trees is it's covered up by the timer in the corner, but it's these coins. So like every time you grow a tree, you'll get more coins, and then you can eventually use those coins to buy more trees and unlock more trees. Flora is the same way, but it's more catered toward plants. And I think Flora was specifically where it's like different planets and different like maps. And then the Quest one is more like Habitica. I can't pronounce that very well, but it's like RPG, where it's like you have a little character and the character will have a storyline and go on little quests. And when you do your sprints, your character is journeying on a quest. And I like that concept because I'm more of a fantasy person. However, they did have like little bits of dialogue and storylines, and it distracted me from actually sitting down and working or reading or focusing. And I wanted an app that really just gets me to focus. And so that's why for me, the Forest app was the best one out of all of them, because I can just pick a plant, pick my tag, start my timer, and it's not tempting for me to stay on my phone and play on it. Whereas the other one was like tempting to stay on there and do a bunch of stuff. And so that's why I choose the Forest app. But you can look it up once you find one of them. You'll be able to, figure out the other ones and then figure out which one works for you best. So that was the Forest app, or Flora or Quest or whatever. So next up is Canva. And there, Canva, you do have like a Canva Pro plan, but you can have Canva for free, so you don't have to get the Pro plan. But it's just perfect for making social media. I cannot tell you, like I've gotten the Pro plan and I've had it for like the whole year because I've been using it for years and years, and I just used it so much that the Pro plan pays for itself because I use it to make all of my YouTube thumbnails. I use it to make all of my social media posts. I use it to make all of my marketing posts when I, get ready to release a book. I use it to make notebooks and journals and planners. Like you can see my 2025 journal is in there. They have templates for like journals and notebooks and planners and calendars and anything you could think of, like mood boards. Like you can see, I've made my calendar, my notebooks, my thumbnails. I've made book covers, or attempted to make book covers, my thumbnails, stuff for Christmas for fun. Just social media posts, all kinds of stuff. And they have a lot more features that I don't and haven't really explored, but they also have a video feature where you can make a video. You can put text on it. You can put, different little designs on it. You can put animations on it, like not animations, but like where the text will move or the picture will move or it'll zoom in or things like that. You can make presentations. I've used presentations before. Like I did one, I'll have it here as a card, but my book Rogue, I think I introduced my characters or something in the book and I made a presentation with Canva, and then you can design your presentation and then you can present your presentation, which Canva automatically makes a video camera with you using the camera that you have, and it'll put your face in the little corner, and then you can present your presentation and talk in the video, and then it'll save the video and you can download it. And I've used it before, and it's more handy than PowerPoint because you can make things look prettier than just PowerPoint or slides in Google Slides, but it'll automatically allow you to have your face on a video doing the presentation. And so I have it as an app, and I also use it. I mostly use the desktop version, but in a pinch, if I need to access something on my phone really quickly, I'll use the app here. And then you can also access all of your projects, both when you use the desktop and the phone, the app. So honestly, if you really need to post on, so like if you're active on social media as either like a reader, influencer, or a author and writer, and you need social media posts, they have so many templates. Like it may be tedious to post on social media or come up with a post for yourself, but they have different social media posts and they have different sizes and everything. So it's like the app that like you need that will help you with your social media. And then I put Goodreads on my list, but I don't actually have the Goodreads app. I just pull up the desktop version on my little Chrome thing. So other apps that I use that help me out are CapCut. I use that to edit my YouTube videos, but if you don't have a YouTube channel, that may not be relevant to you, but they have a free plan, they have a pro plan, and you can do auto captions. And I honestly went from like one video every once in a while to like 3 videos every week, because of CapCut, because it streamlined my editing process so much. And now that I'm not generating captions, I edit even faster. Audible, if you're a reader who likes to listen to audiobooks. And if you don't have the audiobook, like an Audible account, sometimes they do have free books, like with the classics and stuff. And then I also have CapCut or ChatGPT and Gemini there. Just sometimes I need notes or something. Like it really helps with social media and like the tedious stuff, like, oh, give me a list of captions that are relevant for this YouTube video or this post. Like I hate coming up with that kind of stuff, and they really help me with that. So those are the apps that I'm going to end this one real quick. So there you have it. Those are the apps that all writers, authors, and readers need in 2025 to streamline your process, whether you're writing, whether you're editing and publishing, whether you're marketing, whether you're just reading for fun, anything like that, or just needing to keep your goals and your self-care. Those are the apps that I use that has changed my life and genuinely helped me. And I'm going to keep using them in the new year in 2025. Finch, Fable, Habitica, the Forest app, and then Canva. And I'm not going to use the Goodreads app, but I do use the desktop version, but they do have an app if you do want it as well. So let me know in the comments below, like which apps you find more useful or which ones you find more interesting. And remember, I have a free link to download the Fable app in the description below, and you'll get $5 credit in their online store. When you use my link, I'll also get $5 credit as well, which is a really great thing. And it has so many fun things and graphs. And then I love the Finch app where you can grow your little bird, and then the Forest app where you could do sprints. And like for me, that is all. And then the Canva app to help with the social media side of things, and my YouTube channel. That's all I need. Like that is what I need. So thank you guys for watching. So thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, please be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more writing and reading videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And in the meantime, if you liked my video going over the apps that you need in 2025, then check out how to gamify your 2025 goals. I broke down the entire process of how I gamified my 2025 goals in a fun way that can get you to wanting to keep up with your goals and not just like make a goal and then quit halfway through the month of January or early in the year 2025. And it'll make sure that you stay consistent with that. So check that out. It'll be here. You don't want to miss it. It's really fun.